Hello, friends. It's been a long while since I streamed some non-raid Final Fantasy content, and it's been even longer since I streamed Hildibrand content. Because, folks, we're on patch 7.45 or whatever right now. 7.5 is around the corner. I haven't played the Hildibrand quests from 7.35 or 7.45. So we got a double dose to serve up. We gotta keepin' helpin'. And I checked my YouTube channel for when I uploaded the VODs. It's been a calendar year almost. A calendar 11 months. So I figure we'll do a little refresher on the Hildibrand zone. Because we've done 3 quests and we're about to do 4. So excuse me. Let's catch up. So our first, the case of the displaced inspector. Following a lead from the pages of the Thafnarian Truth, Nashu Makaraka has come west in search of the once more involuntarily displaced inspector. Her tentative plan is to interrogate local residents. Basically, he went missing in the starship last time. And we're trying to find him, but we found, essentially, the... Oh god, is this the 11th? Or is this the 8th? We found this shard's version in Hildibrand. And we basically ran into him. He was doing some stuff here. Some crime solving. He's like a noir detective, and he's like actually well put together. So we were looking for Hildibrand. Found a Hildibrand. We try to look for the spaceship to try and find him. Hildibrand helps us. Go to Ueawada. Also play free roaming threats. Take a look around. Oh right, we did find him, and there was like a he was in like a specimen capsule. We blow it up. He's fine. He's been in hibernation for 30 years. He has enthralled the local zombie population, as is his wont. And then we have a quest. There is some fugitives. Oh right, they were like stealing Electrope, right? But they're like people who've had their souls put into monsters. Yeah. It seems a habitual thief now inhabits the body of an Cyclops, and judging by past tendencies, is likely engaging in acts of larceny primarily to inconvenience and infuriate. We catch him stealing Electrope. We find him. He surrenders. He volunteers what little information he knows of the researcher who not only transferred his soul into his monstrous body, but also coerced him into stealing the Electrope. So where we last left off, we are trying to find this person who's sort of spearheading this theft and chaos. Also, apparently, he has a nemesis known as the Crime King. I really, really hope that it's Ultros in this universe. Alright. Enough reading. Have at you. A vandal in the wild. Hard-boiled, stoic silhouette as a fixture amidst the bright lights and bustle of True Hue. Let's do it. If it isn't Nona, been keeping yourself sharp, I trust. Reasonably. I read the summary, mostly. Good to hear. In our line of work, you gotta stay in peak condition. Be ready for anything. In any case, you picked a good moment to come by. I managed to recover more data and learned about another experimental subject. Oh, I dare say that is the cue for us to lend our investigative skills once more. I don't remember what voice I did for Hildibrand. I never do. It's different every time. Hi, Hildy and Nashu. It seems this criminal had his soul put into the body of a Kawealoa. That's a two-legged wolf, in case you weren't familiar. Prior to that, the man was a notorious vandal who went around causing wanton destruction, targeting everything from shops to government facilities. Didn't have any grand motive. It was all for the thrill of it. A real piece of work. Like the sticky-fingered Cyclops, odds are he's up to his old antics in his new body, and is a pawn of the mysterious researcher. Such a fiend wreaking havoc in a densely populated area would swiftly attract attention. If our wolfman were to make mischief, I expect it would be somewhere outside this city. Not half bad reasoning for a soft-boiled dope. As you say, the fiend's likely to strike places outside of Solution 9. We don't have any leads beyond that, though, so I've a mind to pay one of my trusted sources a visit. Myman's his name, and his business is knowing every bugger else's. Come on, he ought to be at his usual spot nearby. Mymond? Does that not remind you of our friend Wymond? It does! Do you suppose we'll get to meet a Yormond, too? I remember Nashu. She's a cool blimey. That's her voice. That I remember. Alright, Mymond. I love that they gave him the Wumbo treatment. It's just flipped one letter upside down. That's a new guy. That's a Wario. We made Wyman's Wario. Or maybe Wyman's Mario. Depends how agreeable this guy is. Yep, that's Wyman, alright. Ain't often I see you with company, Detective. What can I do for you today? Blah, 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 blah. I have thoughts. I, too, have thoughts. Yeah, don't listen to any of these jokers. Thrill-seeking vandal in the body of a fiend. Sounds like a recipe for trouble, all right. Now, can't say as I've heard any talk of vandalism, either in or around Everkeep. But, as a hunter who caught sight of a solitary Kawealoa near the barrier recently, went into Vanguard and then come back out, so he assumed it went to Shaloni. What struck him most, though, was the queer way it moved. Seemed more man than beast, he said. Kawealoas are fiercely territorial creatures that live in packs. This lone wolf's our vandal. I'd wager my gun on it. We'll head to Shaloni right away. Thanks for the lead, Mymond. Getting real close there, Hildibrand. 'Tis truly uncanny indeed, the resemblance you bear to my friend. His name is Wymond, and information is his stock and trade as well. Not only do we have similar faces and names, we're in the same business besides. Not bugging me with a lightning rod. You know, you look rather like the detective yourself. Only you're either younger, or have a better skincare regimen. You brothers or something? Ridiculous! Ridiculous. Detective Hardy-Boiled and I are not the least bit alike. Damn right. Don't compare me to this preening ninny. Alright, alright. Didn't mean to ruffle any feathers. Oh, do we get to learn about Nashi's Wario? You, lass. Something about you reminds me of the detective's assistant. It takes me back, it does. Don't you dare say her name. I have trauma about it. We should get going. Let's gather in front of Vanguard before heading to Shaloni. She got fucking eaten by a Zaralja. Alright. Where are we meeting? So, who is Gabbro? Is that how I unlock the savages? That might be what it is. Where am I supposed to go? Why am I doing this? I can just... Isiasolani. I can just go here. Alright. I don't think I have any other outstanding like side quests aside from Hildibrand up through 7.4. But I don't quite remember. This will be my first time beyond the barrier. Wonder if I can find a quiet bar that doesn't water down its drinks. I'm a noir detective, in case you couldn't tell. That's my whole shtick. Inspector, you're all glowy-tingly. Must be the lightning round I hit you with. The after effects can linger a while, I'm afraid. No need for concern. Far from causing discomfort, the lightning appears to have improved my circulation. I feel haler than I have in recent memory. You really are an oddball. Are his eyes glowing? They look like they're glowing. What are these little things? Ugh! I must say, Detective, I hadn't expected your hardened self to suffer from a fear of insects. And such adorable ones, too. Speedrun. They're not just any insect. They're Uglops, bringers of death and disease. Get a hold of yourself now. An egg will set you straight. Uglops, they killed my wife. You fool. You didn't bring any. Not a single one. Damn it all. Oh dear. Never have I seen such a severe case of egg withdrawal. That's a bomb. You're making a bomb. Oh no, you're boiling an egg. Okay, that's allowed. Don't make bombs. Think you could boil this to the good detective's liking? Why do you have a whole stove in your pocket? I mean, I bet it's useful, but like, how do you fit it in there? What is happening? What is happening? Is this a detective thing? 6 minutes is a soft boil. Oh, he wants a hard boil. I should have done 12. Of course, he's hard boiled. $12 will be like well done all the way through. 20, your egg will be trash. This is another trick, isn't it? But this isn't another trick, is it? Ugh, I'll chance it. Soft-boiled. I'm sorry, man. I forgot about your name. I barely popped the egg in my mouth when it caved, and the yolk came pouring out like blood from a fresh gunshot wound. It was a 2-bit punk with no fight in it. All bark and no bite. You don't get it, do you, Nona? What it takes to survive on the mean streets of Solution 9. Looks like you didn't boil it long enough. Nah, sorry. I soft-boiled it. At any rate, I feel like myself again. Appreciate it, Nona. I had every confidence you could aid the good detective, my dear assistants. Come, let us continue on. It has an eye on its butt. I hate that so much. So this is the outside world. It's gonna take some getting used to being under a sky without limits. Right. We should begin by talking to the locals. That a town I see over there? Shishinawezi Springs, eh? As good a place as any. Come on, let's go. Let's go! Let's go! Man, I haven't actually, like, kicked it in Yasolani, or Shaloni in a while. This is a cool zone that I, like, never go to anymore. An old-fashioned place, this. But it's got a ruggedness that speaks to me. Man could get used to it. Anyway, split up and ask around. See if there's been any acts of vandalism in these parts. You learn something, you come and tell me. Alright. Any vandalism? Vandalism? Don't get me started. Some miscreant busted up some of our drilling equipment. I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into keeping everything running, so it had me seeing red. Ceruleum's our livelihood, so the perpetrator can't possibly be a local. It's an outsider. Mark my words. Cool. That's good info. Hello, Shiho? Oh, yes, I heard that a barn was destroyed the other day. Smashed to pieces by all accounts. Why would anyone do such a senseless thing? Tona Welton, officer! As a matter of fact, there's been a spate of vandalism targeting barns and equipment. Culprit strikes when no one's around and leaves no trace, so we don't have so much as a lead. Baffled as we are, we posted a generous bounty. Information's welcome too, of course, so if you see any suspicious activity, be sure to let us know. Alright. That's some info. Looking at barns and maybe ceruleum. Hey, managed to learn anything? Also, where's Nashu? This does not bode well. We heard much the same. Well, our vandal's been busy. By the by, have you seen Nashu? I'm not sure where she's gone. Serious? How can you not know where your own assistant is? Better split up and find her. She's gonna be like throwing a bomb at the Wolfman. We're talking to a cocky ruffian. Oh, hello there, Nona. Oh, I could use a little help. I'm losing her voice. I say, Nashu, have you been making new friends? No, or do you? And all the chaos she's been sowing too, no doubt. Whatever do you mean? No! Nasty bug. Don't play the fool. We saw her polishing them bombs. That's right. She's the one been blowing things up. We're taking her in and collecting the bounty. For the umpteenth time, they're not bombs, they're medicine. Yea, verily. Though they may look, and indeed explode, like bombs, they are in fact potent restoratives. My assistant is not the vandal you seek. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Exploding medicine. Ha! Oh my goodness. These voices are killing my throat. Also, I made him British when he was supposed to be Southern. Damn it! Let's all take a deep breath now. Let's all take a deep breath now. No need to get so hot and bothered. We can talk this through. Resolve things peacefully. I don't know who you are, but we're done talking here. She's the vandal, and that's that. You'll stand aside if you know what's good for you. If you're not willing to be civil, then we'll have to settle this the old-fashioned way. With finger guns. Detective, wait! I'm emphatically opposed to violence. I must insist we resolve this in a gentlemanly manner. These kids wouldn't know a gentleman if he shot him in the rear. Don't waste your breath. You asked for it, old man. You want a duel? I'll give you a duel. I need to make them have less deep voices or it's going to kill me. Just remember that you had other options. Now we're gonna need witnesses, so let's take it elsewhere. Hildibrand can keep his because it's important, but everybody else I'm gonna have to pitch their voices up and less in my throat. Don't worry, you little head. It ain't to the death. Ill at ease though I am with Detective Hardboile's chosen approach, it seems we must defer to him. The problem is when I do a southern accent, I want to do like a deep gravel. My throat's too dry, it can't handle it. Puts on a brave face, but he's nervous. Watch the eyes. He'll rush to finish it. Thin red smudge. Had yourself some poached eggs smothered in tomato sauce, did you? Soft choice for a soft bastard. Not the least bit phased. Hard recognizes hard. I can tell you're a woman who's been to hell and back. And I could learn a thing or two from you. Whoa, you kidding me? All this fuss over you and you're having a snooze? You got Moxie, doll face. Just like her. Dream sweet dreams now. Still charged with lightning. That's impressive in its own way. Never mind that oath for now. Got a job to do. Please talk less. An old-fashioned firearm, like most carried in these parts. Watch the barrel, dodge the bullet. Luscious locks for a roughneck. Don't know what fancy hair treatment you use, sweet prince, but a bar of soap is all I need. I've seen enough. This one's in the bag. Sick Matrix dodges. Piss on the old laws. Long as you win, don't matter how. You're British again now. Whoops. Oh, he's gonna rapid fire. Oh, Matrix dodging. I love the bullet trail effects. Those are so good. Who the hell are you? What's... Oh no, I have to do his voice. What's going on here? I gave Kamaka a hot voice, and I have to do it. I remember him. So that's the way of it. But non-lethal rounds or no, the law forbids dueling in town. As such, this will be treated as an illegal gunfight, and the guilt falls on the side that drew first. You lot are coming with me. Yay, we win by default! Now, it seems this all began when they saw the lady with what looked like bombs and assumed she was the vandal. While you don't strike me as a miscreant, I'd like to examine the objects for good measure. This is clearly herbal medicine. I must say it does look like a bomb. An understandable if unfortunate misunderstanding. Despite its worrisome appearance, I assure you, good sir, that this is a bespoke medicine that rejuvenates me when I'm feeling poorly. Oh, you're gonna ignite it, dude. The multicam, that's one of my favorite things about the Hildibrand series, and also just 14 in general, is they shoot it like a TV show. That's a bomb, or I was born yesterday. Ah, I feel like a new man. 'Tis as if I walk upon a cloud. Enough of that hogwash. All this alone doesn't prove she's the vandal. We're gonna keep her in the jailhouse till we know more. Are meals served at this jailhouse? Well, that they are. Excited to be in cuffs? Yep. See you! Bye, Nashu. I will come for you, Nashu. I will find the true criminal and clear your good name. This I swear. No! Don't get mischievous. Don't have a mischievous face. Mischievous face is always a problem. I cannot bear to imagine sweet innocent Nashu behind bars. We must apprehend the true criminal and secure her release post-haste. Sweet and innocent ain't words I'd use to describe a bomb-toting dame. But setting that aside, we know who we're after. We just need to track him down. I'm southern now. A number of residents report having sighted an unusual wolf-like fiend. Apparently it has appeared near a settlement called Lure Them in Your Trousers. It's Luwatininya Wowza. You need to clean the wax out of your ears. Oh, wait, did I have them flipped? Yeah, that's what I meant. Luwatininya Wowza. Come on, let's see what we can find out there. Oh, I corrected him. Okay. Now I get it. It's the problem is that their names are very similar. So going just off the name in the text box is hard to do. Right. Let's question the locals about Wolfman sightings. Should be straightforward enough, so we'll stay together this time. Just say the word and we'll get started. Ready? Then lead the way. Alright. See, do we just have, yeah, just the one dialogue location? And then we'll talk to folks. Wood ovens, eh? Unheard of in Solution 9. Do all our cooking with electro appliances. That said, smoke might give eggs a nice flavor. I'll have to look into it when I get the chance. Do you think he would like an overhard egg? Mother used to roast whole Tragus in a giant oven. She was partial to the billies for the flavor, but I found them a little tough. That has no bearing on my own toughness, mind you. Even now, poor Nashu must be trembling in her cell. We must expedite her liberation. Swirling sands of a dust storm may hide the truth. There's nothing my 1,000-yalm stare can't pierce. Sure, bud. Yeah, whatever you say. At both of them. I saw it all right. A wolf-like fiend I'd never seen before. It made off with a sack of vegetables we'd just harvested. It would seem our fugitive was famished. Being a wolf, however, would it not hunt for its own food? Whatever it is now, used to be a man. Wouldn't be odd if it still ate like one. And if it isn't keen on hunting, it'd likely keep close to settlements for its meals. Oh, there is a secondary talk point. I've been tricked. You can see the resemblance between the homes here and those in the outskirts. It was a real surprise when our worlds merged 30 years ago. It was just a greenhorn there. She was still... Never mind. The motif on these dwellings is simple yet elegant. I expect Father would appreciate their artistry. He isn't here, is he? Mm-hmm. Everything Hildibrand does is like a big cartoon. He makes cartoon sound effects. What I saw wasn't a wolf fiend, but an adorable little critter. It kept squealing at me, as if it was trying to say something. Oh, I dare say this is a promising new lead. I have it! This creature is a minion of the Vandalous Wolfman. You and your soft-boiled guesses. I'd heard about strange squealing critters on TrueView, but I doubt it has anything to do with our case. I'm Southern again, goddammit. Alright, last... Hardy Woman. Hello, Hardy Woman. Ooh, cutscene. The wolf-like fiend? I've seen it south of here. Most folk avoid the area because it's Lunyakawapia territory, but I go there to gather cactus. And the past few times I did, I saw the creature heading towards the gorge. Even the Lunyakawapia gives her a wide berth, so it must be dangerous indeed. Our fugitive might be holed up in that gorge. Come on, let's go take a look. Thank you. Lunyakawapia. See, now I've got it down. Lunyakawapia. But it'll never show up again. Are these Lunyakawapias? They sure are. The Koealoa doesn't seem to be here right now. This is definitely where it lays its head. I can feel it. Let's split up and search for clues. You turn up anything, you come and tell me. Searching for clues. For clues. A clue. The liquor bottle has long since been drained to the last drop. Perhaps it was purloined by the fugitive. check the exterior of the circle. And now the interior of the circle. Oh, here's one. Yeah, here's two. Cool. Sack is laden with vegetables, likely those which the fugitive took from Luataninia Walsa. Crude words have been scrawled on the piece of paper. An oglop loiters nearby, as if regarding the paper and you. The oglop scurries off, leaving you to devote your attention to the paper, which appears to contain diary entries written by the fugitive. There do not appear to be any more clues within the vicinity. Hardboiled will want to take stock of your discoveries. Oh, I have to come up with a wolf voice that's not going to destroy my throat. Oh no. Found this empty liquor bottle. What about you? I'll give him a silly voice. Good work, Nona. The bottles and the produce must have been taken from Luataninia Walsa. As for the piece of paper, these are diary entries, all right. I'll read them out. Another good day's distraction. I reduced the barn to rubble in moments, well before anyone was the wiser. My newfound strength is truly astounding. The researcher contacted me. He wants me to put on a bigger show. God damn it. Now I picked a voice that'd make me on. He wants me to put on a bigger show, and will provide barrels of ceruleum for the job. This is gonna be my tour de force. So it's as we suspected. Like the thieving Cyclops, the vandalizing Koealoa was working for the researcher. But I must say, for him to leave incriminating evidence out in the open, where enterprising agents of inquiry can easily find, is rather careless, is it not? When he was apprehended as a man, he left a diary of his misdeeds lying around. Served as incontrovertible proof of his guilt. To do it again, knowing full well how it led to his downfall. Perhaps he has some sort of clever design. Or perhaps he's stupid. He's stupid. At any rate, if our fugitive has barrels of ceruleum at his disposal, then we must exercise the utmost caution. The tiniest spark could cause an explosion to dwarf even Nashu's delights, so I ask that you refrain from using your gun. The gun's more versatile than you think. It's capable of converting the lightning it absorbs to other kinds of energy. With the flick of a switch, it can shoot fire and water rounds as well. So if push comes to shove, I'll give the wanton wolfman a hosing down. Well now, that is a wondrous gadget indeed. Yet, be that as it may, I remain firmly opposed to violence in all forms and elemental aspects. Solving cases in a manner befitting a gentleman, such as the creed of Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Soft to the core. If you don't harden up, you'll make the same mistake I did. As a rule, I don't talk about my past. But if there was ever a time to break that rule, now would be it. I used to have an assistant, too. She was a lot like your own Nashu. A real sweetheart. She's gone now. Killed by the Crime King because of me. Because I was too soft. Crime King's descended from a line of mages. Cornelian's his real name. He can wield powerful magic with a whispered word and a flick of the wrist. Doesn't have to rely on fancy gadgets like ordinary folk. We had him at our mercy, me and my assistant. Then he started spinning a sob story like a half-boiled milksop. Started spinning a sob story. And like a half-boiled milksop, I lowered my gun. That was all the opening Cornelian needed. He cast a spell before I could blink, and I would have died where I stood if my assistant hadn't leapt in the way. She wasn't wearing a regulator because she was following my lead. I killed her as much as he did. That such a thing should have happened. I was able to catch Carnelian soon after that. But now the bastard's at large again, in a fiend's body. When you deal with villains, you can't afford to be soft, or one day you and someone dear to you will pay for it. Now then, we've confirmed the Vandals here. What is it that the researcher wants to achieve with this destruction spree? Well, first things first, we need to alert the Dust Watch. They'll want to be ready when the Vandal strikes next. You know where to find them. Yeah. You can just talk to the guy who arrested Nashu. It's Atawi, eh? Right. Let's head over there. To think that the detective had suffered such a terrible tragedy. I struggle to find the words. It's unlike you to be a lost world. It's unlike you to It's unlike you to be at a loss for words. Sorry, it took me a couple times to say that, Hildibrand. You are right, my friend. As ever, I shall endeavor to be true to myself. And don't worry about it. I was at a loss for words, and then you were at a loss for the words that you were reading. I'm aware of the narrative. It's Atawi time. Lego. Oh, they're inside. Hey, Kamaka. Stay strong, Nashu. Soon you will be free. This taco. Sorry, this taco. He's amazing. It's you lot. What is it? Wolfman. I'll be damned. Just a moment ago, we received a message from someone claiming to be the Vandal. They've declared that the train's their next target. I was about to dismiss it as a prank, but having heard your report, I'm inclined to believe the threat is real. Then we need to get to Shaloni Station right away. Indeed, I'll gather my men and hurry there. As for Nashu, it would be best if she remained here for now, I think. Detective, keenly though I feel for your loss, I must reiterate my staunch opposition to violence. Whatever may await us, I believe that we must strive for a gentlemanly resolution. The Vandal never used to announce his targets. This reeks like a rotten egg. Oh no, now you're smirking. Is the researcher like body hopping? I bet that's what it is. Thank goodness you're here. Please, you can't let that fiend destroy the train. Use your water gun to extinguish the torch. We're on it. Get somewhere safe. He's gonna be like, I didn't put a letter. We have you at last. From gentleman to gentle wolf, I suggest you... Tisk, detective. Over there, a dame in distress. Oh, is there not enough ambient, like, lightning ether? Gah, of all the times to be out of charge. Give a man a fright, will you? Hold it right there. Try anything funny and I'll torch those barrels, I mean it. They're filled to the brim with ceruleum. Enough to blow us all sky high. Oh no. You're burning your butt. There's nothing you can do, so just relax and enjoy that... Huh? Does anybody smell bacon? Ouch! Wait, we must extinguish the fire. The hell do you think you're doing? I shall stop this runaway wolf train. I'm losing him. I'm losing him. Hildibrand, come back. Do not run him into the train. I fear he is disinclined to stop. They're coming back. And they're headed straight for the engine. Damn it. If only I could use my gun. Do you want a big sword? God, hard-boiled is so relatable. I also hate bugs. Oh, he's lightning charged, of course. Incredible. A Mandeville man and his electrifying handstand. We did it! I mean, I didn't do shit, but I'm just here. Okay, I'll apprehend him, I guess. You did good, Softy. You did good. You as well, Detective. You as well. Okay, can we go apprehend the criminal now? I thought I was done for. I owe you my life. So you don't know anything either? I'm afraid not. I was only doing as I was told. And the researcher's true objective remains a mystery. This chaos and destruction can't all be for its own sake, can it? If you have learned your lesson, then I suggest you surrender yourself to the Dustwatch. You'll be safe in their care, and receive regular meals besides. All right, I'll go quietly. Apologies for the delay. I see you have the situation well in hand. So this fiend was behind the destruction. We're grateful for your help. Despite appearances, he was originally a man, so treat him like one, eh? Is that so? Understood. He'll be treated with due dignity. You're still soft-hearted, Boiled. As you always were. Oh, Carnelian is shapeshifting, maybe? Yeah. Not body hopping, shapeshifting. Oh, he's an ooze! Huh. I wasn't expecting an interruption so soon. But no matter. The commotion has drawn you all here as intended. You're Carnelian. The villain disguised himself as one of my men and knocked me out. The rest, I believe you know. Seems Carnelian's also working for the researcher. This was just a diversion. What's that bastard's game? Well, let's head back to Hutatawi for now. You have to set your friend free, after all. My men can clean up things here. Damn you, Carnelian. Right, let's get the lady out of her cell. Ugh. Cool, blimey. Oh, Nashu. Such an ordeal that must have been. Oh yes, the hors d'oeuvres were quite tasty. Sheriff, we have a situation. A large shipment of ceruleum has been stolen from Sheshinawezi. What? It appears the thieves struck while we were dealing with the trouble at the station. So that was the true target. First electrope, now ceruleum. What does he need all those resources for? As for Carnelian, he ain't the sort to do someone else's bidding. You can bet he's got his own angle. No matter what it is, I won't rest until justice has been served. And next time, my gun will be ready. You know something about these happenings by the sound of it? Yeah, it's a whole thing, I'll tell you. I know about it too. Yeah, she knows about it too. So this extends beyond Shaloni. Even if we had the manpower, Dustwatch can't go traipsing about in other jurisdictions. So I think it'd be best if we left the matter in your hands. Yeah, you can leave it to Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, good sheriff, that I shall find and apprehend the villain with grace and non-violent finesse. We'd be grateful. Naturally, my men and I will conduct a thorough investigation in Shaloni. If we learn anything, we'll be sure to let you know. Come on, let's head back to Solution 9. I could use a hard-boiled egg right about now. Maybe even 2. I like that he uses hard-boiled eggs like they're cigarettes. Alright, so I'm assuming that's probably the end of the 7.35. So now we have the 7.45 left. Review. Oh no, sorry, Neon Stein. Home. I didn't mind it out in the wilds, but this sentimental old fool beats this neon-lit city. Now, I'll get back to working on the storage device. Checking from time to time, in case I found us a new lead. Meanwhile, let us continue along our own lines of inquiry. Cool, blimey! Pray do not blame yourself for your assistant detective. The fault most assuredly lies not with you. What would a soft-boiled dope know? Just take care of your own, eh? Of course. Nashu, what are you eating? That was in the garbage. Don't eat that. It could be rat poison. This fucking guy. I hate this guy. I hate this stupid little eye bug. It's gross. Meanwhile, in Shaloni. Uh-oh. Excellent. Soon the plan will come to fruition. Kaniloko's achievements will be meaningless. Next to what the heavens have gifted me. You fugitives have served me well indeed. And you me. I'm Carnelian, and I'm cool. Isn't it so funny that the ability I got was disguising myself like a chameleon? And that rhymes with my name, Carnelian. Curious about my gun, are you? Come now, no need to be shy. She's a Molt Python Maximum, fitted with a custom short barrel. Being made of electrope, she can convert her lightning charge to fire rounds in other energies. The double action trigger means she's as fast as you are, and the ambidextrous safety means she's at home in both hands. The ventilated ribs help keep her cool and reduce the risk of malfunction when things really heat up. The recoil spring guide rod takes the edge off her temper, while the extra long ejector rod housing serves to... I'm interested. Okay, never mind. This is a very long explanation. Are you getting sleepy? Because I sure am. Let's call it a day, shall we? Oh, I forgot about the tumble claws. I don't have anything in particular to say about my alchemy tools. Till next time. See you, Inspector. I do love that they're doing this, the Cowboy Bebop, See You Space Cowboy thing. I think they did that with the last set of quests as well. It's cute. A need for speed. Here we go. Nona, I was hoping you'd drop by. Took a bit of doing, but I was a little wide in the crack I made in that storage device, and yanked out a couple new scraps of data. First file just so happened to be a record of Carnelian's procedure. Seems the bastard's soul was poured into one of those clot-type monsters. They've got an annoying talent for mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly what Carnelian took advantage of when he tricked us with his fake Kamaka. Never fear, Inspector Hildibrand is here. And Nashu, core blimey. The other file I pulled had details on yet another monster-fied criminal. This mook was nabbed for repeated vehicular violations, riding his airwheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, endangering others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around in the body of a cactuar now. Judging by what we've seen of the researcher's schemes, he'll have dispatched the prickly speed demon somewhere outside the dome. But where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, come bearing the very direction you seek. I have it straight from the mouth of the real Kamaka that an ambulatory cactus piloting a flying contraption was supposedly observed streaking through the sky on a southerly bearing. Alas, despite hastening to confirm this sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of the inebriated townsfolk. The insistent chirp of veteran instinct nonetheless impelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful assistant and I venture further south to question the colorful crowds of Tuli Yodel. Tuli Yolal. Yes, there, to find sober witnesses eager to tell of an airborne succulent. They said it was moving at an incredible pace, sat astride a vehicle like the ones the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past a dirigible before vanishing into the clouds to the south. Alexandria's soldiers ride on air-wheelers, so unless there's another flying cactuar out there somewhere, I think we have our man. Good work. Almost too good, in fact. Carnelian. Over there. Is that a new case I spy? Hardly had to beat the hook. They're the real deal, all right. Although, come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. At least the lead seems solid enough. But if we're serious about catching this guy, we'll need an air-wheeler of our own. Come on, there's a shop nearby that does custom jobs. I really hope we can get a custom air-wheeler as a mount. That would be so cool. Oh, look, it's got a rainbow sign. This is the place. Used to be a regular here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me. Well, well, look who the wind blew in. But, I've come for my steed. That battered old Scrappy. It's been rusting on my garage floor so long, I doubt it could manage a slow trot, let alone a gallop. Happy to give it a tune-up if you've credits to burn, but I'll need you to supply some parts. New high-voltage battery and a superconductor coil at a minimum. The chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can't get my hands on a battery. Can I ask you to track down the coil? These soft-boiled dopes wouldn't know a suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal. But you, I can trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure. Got my number, do you? Just telling it like it is. I know a tough egg when I see one. Hardboiled seems desperate to get his air-wheeler up and running, so I'll give you a tip. You want a coil quick-like, then salvaging the rides of defective sentries is your best bet. I'll even lend you this handy gadget to help you out. Set off the distress signal on the west side of old Alexandria, and you'll soon have some murderous mechanical company to dismantle for parts. Okay, I can go kill a few mobs. I'll take these two along with me on the battery hunt. Good luck out there. Murder time! West Alexandria. The outskirts? It's either the outskirts or Electro Strike. I think it's probably actually Electro Strike. Yeah. Then we'll head over there. Warm my fan a little bit. It's warm now. I feel like I went from being constantly too chilly to constantly too warm. That's what seasons'll do to ya. Man, that set piece in the back is so cool with the, like, tilted city over the lightning crater. I don't think I've ever appreciated that before. beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Come help me. There we go. Back we go. I didn't even put my HUD in combat mode. I just muscle memoried it. Yeah, Neonstein's still closest. Hey, bud. Well, get your hands on a coil. Aye, that should do the trick. Now, where did your mates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store that sells batteries. You should probably head over to the Nexus Arcade and see what's keeping them. Alright. I bet fucking Nashi's gotten into some trouble, or Carnelian's showed up or something. I swear, I cannot leave these fucking kids alone 20 seconds. Are you slavering over a new car or something? No. Any trouble picking up that coil? Nothing you couldn't handle, I'll wager. As for the battery, I bought one easily enough. Problem was convincing the inspector and his gal to stick around after he caught a whiff of tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, they wandered off and haven't come back. Suppose we ought to go look for them, eh? Yep, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. Oh, there's the fucking creepo. I hate this little creepo. Are we just ignoring him? He's in shot. Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? You needn't fret, detective. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir. I'm a proud member of the Gentle Dead Men and disciple of Master Hildibrand. I've been on the road seeking out new recruits for our merry, mouldering band. Sage search is what brought me here, and into the midst of this unexpected, yet most welcome reunion. I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough. So, if you're done catching up, we've got a case to work on. In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely case-adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, this gentle zombie traced the stench of necromantic decay to the very facility in which I once slumbered. Yes, I became fast friends with one of the reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new charnel chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in the leakage of a highly toxic substance. All, that is, save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Keshkai is his name. He was second in charge after the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. They did, however, grudgingly recognize his passion for his work, Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say? Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do this job. Oh, thanks for that. Glad to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned. Also, I'm wearing basketball shorts. Did you notice? Bam, 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 bam. So, that fellow was an honest-to-God's walking corpse, huh? Met weird folks in my line of work, but do you always keep company with such oddballs? When Hildibrand is around. That was not a line, it's just... I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Monam and get my wheeler repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll ride him back here to make sure he's running smoothly, and you can see the magnificent beast in all his glory. Yay! Watch it be like just a hog, just a chopper. A real old-fashioned. Detective Hildibrand seemed somewhat nervous. Excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps? It's got like a horse head. That's so good. I love it. I bet it's a gun, too. Cool, would you look at that? No, get out of here, Highbug. What do you think, Nona? I call him Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly, but it has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick-heating motor coils. But won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, that's a valid concern. A hotter drivetrain responds completely differently when you open up the throttle and... You. Get those filthy hands off my ride. I merely thought to enhance your beloved steed with a touch of Salamanderville. So, you've had this amazing machine this whole time. Why haven't you been riding it until now? Ah, so fresh-faced and innocent. Spitting image of my assistant. I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It was right after I'd caught Carnelian. Hildibrand? Oh, I'd been simmering in thoughts of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. He looks awesome in a leather jacket. This is incredible. I love Night Stallion. Oh, this is incredible. Fuck your regulator. Big house is too good for the likes of the Crime King. See you in hell, your majesty. Damn it. The rail cops. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You've gone soft, hard-boiled. This flashback exceeds the legal length. No, I was having fun. Laced with illicit embellishments, no doubt. Wrap it up, Gumshoe. To cut to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the Crime King into the slammer took me off the boil. Riding cold just ain't my style. But now the Carnelian's on the streets again. It's time for me to get back in the saddle. They were saying that Cactar punk flew over Thule whatever, and blew past a dirigible on his way south, right? But what kind of territory are we looking at? Probably Yaktel? Lots of big trees, are there? Let's make this Yaktel's dirigible landing our starting point. I'll take Night Stallion and meet you there. Get off my ride. I will fucking kill you. I can't believe Hard-Boiled is just out here casually riding a stallion. Like, what do you need to ride men for? Right, we shall find our way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there. I'm pretty sure it was Yak's tail, Inspector. It's Yaktel, but nice try. Ikbrash is gonna be the closest. I think this is relatively close to the dirigible ending, right? Yeah, not too far. Oh hey, I've got my own air-wheeler. I really want a Night Stallion mount so bad. It's so good. What's up, guys? I rode my own bike here. Ah, you made it. Even this jaded old gumshoe had to appreciate that view coming in over the treetops. What view? Anyway, I talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive. One fella had seen Mr. Cactar flying down to the lower forests. I'm told the biggest place out that way is a settlement called Mamuk, so that'll be our next destination. Let's head over there, walk the streets, and ask some questions. You know, the usual. Very good, Detective. But what's become of your wondrous wheeler? Night Stallion would draw more attention than I'd like. I'll use the autopilot function to call him if I need him, but otherwise I'll make do with my own 2 feet. Alright, do Mamuk. And honestly, I might take a quick, just like a 2-second break to run to the restroom, and then we'll pick up. So I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hey folks, I'm back. Let's see what this nasty cactar is up to here in Mamook. That must be Mamook. They build things different out here, huh? We ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out. Find someone who's clapped eyes on that cactar. You got it, boss. I have my horse. Irelja. See the cactar on a bike? Yes, I've encountered the fiend you describe. The forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites with a club, and racing away with the broken pieces. Make of that what you will. Cool. Why, yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The vehicle's terrible noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of this posturing man-plant was so absurd, I found myself more bemused than frightened. Oh goodness, I've got the hiccups. Buckleja! What's up, bud? Ah, the subject of recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature myself, and it was indeed odd, but the machine it rode upon was the true wonder. He pulled up alongside me in my weaver, challenged us to a race, and zoomed off with astounding swiftness. If you're planning to catch that fiend, you'll need an equally miraculous mount. Some sort of stallion of the night. I think we can handle that. It was a plant, Titan. A plant on a motorcycle. Thanks. So, what's the rap? It was a plant, I tell you. A plant on a motorcycle. The testimonies I gathered were very much the same. There's a cactus racing around out there, that much can be certain. Some sort of plant on a motorcycle. But he's making stops to bag meteorite fragments, and this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Nona. Something about those rocks I ought to know? Radiation. Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? We haven't pieced together Kishkai's big plan yet, but he seems real interested in those space stones. Which means we've got a good chance of finding his spiky goon by staking out the spots where the meteorites are. If we nab this cactar, we can make him lead us to the researcher. And to Carnelian. When I say us, I mean me and Night Stallion, of course. Once we find him, the rest of you won't be giving chase without an airwheeler. I need no such contrivance. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo-bearing exercise regimen. But wait, hold on. Oh, they're gone. Well, good luck to him. Still think he's a weak-willed punk. I can't deny that uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. Yeah, we thought he was an alien, but it turns out he was adopted. Let's get on with it then. I hear there's a few good-sized meteorites alongside the road that leads out of town. We'll start at the near end and hope the Mook puts in an appearance. I'm very excited to see how a Cactar rides a motorcycle. And whether he's like Cactar, or more like a Sabatender. No wheeler riding Cactar around here. Let's move on. That idiot inspector. Took off like he had the case all sewn up. Running fast didn't find him any leads, did it? Here I thought he was onto something. That way, Nashu. I think I may be onto something. I was like, wow, why are you talking about him like he's not here? He's right there, and then I realized they were strategically out of sight of just him. He also can't see the nameplates above their heads, so... No sign of him here either. On to the next meteorite. I detect a hint of criminality. In that direction. Onwards, Nashu. We mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Go blimey. I always forget I can move while doing Mount Roulette. That's allowed now. My pink little guy. I don't get to ride my chocobo enough. Okay, he's fully like a barrel tender. Does he have sunglasses on? Yes! Look out, stand aside, it's 1,000 needles in your hide. Make way for the unmatchable, uncatchable spike. Incredible. This one looks ripe for the smashing. Hold it right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that air-wheeler. Huh? Ah, you must be the blowhards I was warned about. Think you can give orders to the succulent speedster? My ride's maxed out with black market mods, and there ain't no one faster. Keep it up if you can, slowpokes. I'm leaving my big bat here for some reason. He's not even going that fast. That's the way it's gotta be. Challenge accepted. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber. I love Night Stallion so much. Night Stallion is the best character in this game. Yep. I'm right behind you. And I'm right behind you, Inspector. Yeah, sure. Why am I running? Get on a mount, bitch. I even have a car. I could bring Nashu. Yeah! Damn it, the stallion's at full gallop and I'm still trailing. 'Twould seem you require my assistance after all. What the? You caught up to me on foot? Fine. Change of plans. Where's my damn python? I'll just tweak the weapon's elemental settings like so. With you steering and me providing the thrust, that fiend will soon learn a harsh lesson. Nothing outruns a fired-up Mandeville man. Incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Are they actually gaining on me? Come on, then. I feel the needle for speed. I would love a Night Stallion mount with Hildibrand holding the gun as the, like, flying animation. We did it! Victory is ours! Oh no, Night Stallion! Good night, sweet prince. And then they fucking died. Oh my god. I salute them. They were true speedsters. I can't believe it. My undefeated record. My legendary win streak. It's over. Yet, I feel strangely content. There's no need. Enough. You win. Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it. Oh, that was convenient. So the researcher forced you to work for him, like you did with the other fiends. That's right. Told me to smash and grab the meteorites from the forest, but not what he wanted them for. All this way to nab some delinquent goon and no leads on Kishkai or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed. That one's on you, Hildibrand. Perhaps we can try running together next time. Oh, if you're looking for Kishkai, I know exactly where it'll be. Waiting for my meteorite delivery over by the cliffs southwest of here. Why didn't you say that sooner? I bet Carnelian is there with him. He won't escape me this time. I leave this criminal cactuar in your custody. Fiendish appearance aside, 'tis a man's soul with him, so please treat him accordingly. Understood. Come with me, you giant plant. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains are served a gentleman's justice. Oh, blimey. Oh, Nashu, never change. This little fucking bug, I hate this bug. That's gonna be another criminal who's just been following us this whole time. These criminal villains must be served a gentleman's justice. And remember, gentlemen, it's just us. That's why they call it justice. Because it's up to just us to enforce it. And also, the Latin root of the word, justus. I think it's actually Greek. Oh, don't go down. It's up, my friend. Remember what a cliff is. I don't fucking know, man. Get off my case. I'm just trying to fly my Mountain Zoo. I keep forgetting that this is a Mountain Dew creature. That's why it's green, is because it drinks too much Mountain Dew. Shh, I can hear them just up ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in. Cutscene time. They've got a car. He's late. We must assume something went wrong. These meteorites would provide the perfect energy source, and I would prefer to harvest a surplus, but it is too great a risk to linger here. Freeze, mage. You so much as twitch your lips and I'll light you up. No, I've worked too hard to give up now. He's getting away. He'll keep. I've got the one I want. Don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape. Never again. I bet his Nashu got turned into a bug instead of actually killed. Murder is not the answer, detective. Fire the gun before Hildibrand gets here, man. Oh, we're gonna have a... Which one's the real one? Where did Carnelian go? Well, I guess maybe we're not. You almost had me. Not for this bumbling fool you'd tolerate. Soft as ever. Damn you, Hildibrand. First my horse. Now my one true love. I mean bounty. I mean criminal. You and me are done, Hildibrand. Stay out of my way. Yeah. I bet that's Nashu. Or his Nashu. Washu. My recent inadequacies as an inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. 'Twas you he turned to for assistance with this case, Nona. It is only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Meanwhile, Ashu and I shall persist with our independent inquiries. Oh, a schism is forming. Is forming. Has been deepened. Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but then yolkful brains had me steaming. Yeah. Oh, never mind. I guess this is a stern silence. For the love of... I see you skulking over there, soft-boiled. Isn't this a delightful spot of serendipity? We were simply following the villain's trail, and look how we've all run into each other, completely by chance. Well, we were only passing through, after all. We shall apprehend that masked mastermind with our own tried-and-true methodology. We shall see. Thumbs up. Good vibes. Anyway, bye. Nona, I want you on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guide beyond the dome, as well as being tougher than yours truly, no one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heels for a bit while I work on salvaging more data, but Hard-boiled always gets his files in the end. See you around. Understood, Detective. I'll see you in a couple weeks. A week? A week from Tuesday? A week and a half. I'll see you in a week and a half. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Uh-oh, get a little cliffhanger. Oh no, that's right. He had Hildibrand in stasis, so he's making clones, I bet. At long last, my scheme has come to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness. The replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. Never again will I be known as the Caniloca Corpus's second best. My name shall ring across the lands, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing. Oh. Just the fact that you repaired a device capable of miracles, and your plans for it are so very banal. You dare mock me? Oh. What a bore he was. Now, to realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology. Clones of me. Oh, fuck, it's the poo-poo ship. I forgot it was the poo- Oh, of course, that's how he does the cloning! Because it made digital clones of the poo-poos. And of Hildibrand. That's how we got, Polygonal Hildibrand last time. PS1 Hildibrand. It was more like N64 Hildibrand. Detective Hardboiled, they call me. Cool and tough as a cucumber wrapped in old leather. I'm a man who prefers his own company. Today's egg was overdone. Let the pot boil and boil. A match to my mood. They say you can't make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smashed it completely. See you, Inspector. Cool. Those are some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Detective Hardboiled from himself? I bet the Inspector can. With us on the case, a happy ending is never far away. Bye-bye, Inspector. We're gonna have to turn Nashu back from a bug. Washu. I keep calling her Nashu, but I need to differentiate her from regular Nashu. Okay. Incredible. Incredible. Well, thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. I know it wasn't Shadow, which is what I had planned, but I'm still exhausted from locating a lizard. So I will see you all Monday for some Mahjong. And then Wednesday, Friday, we'll be back at it with raids, and hopefully the return of Shadow. I will see you all then. Oh, is there anyone I can raid? I should raid someone if there's anyone live. Not really. Well, double check? No. Okay. Alright. I'll see you all next time. Bye.